Welcome back, folks. I'm me, Phil Too Real. You're watching part 15 of the Metal Gear Solid Delta. I was about to say 5 Delta Let's Play. So we just got to Groznyj Grad, and we gotta go and infiltrate the base, find this Major Raikov that looks suspiciously like a certain main character in Metal Gear Solid 2. So as Eva's saying, we got to find him, steal his uniform, and then the whole base becomes our playground. No joke about that. I'll actually show a little bit of the craziness you can do when you're described as Major Raikov. And right here, I'm just having a little bit of coded conversations because I want to go ahead and show them some of the flavor text about some of the camo that I actually gotten from the Fury. And as Sigget says here, it actually protects you from fire somehow, and then it also protects you from being burnt. So you take half damage while you're wearing the Fury's camo, and then you also cannot be burnt, which is, I guess it's nice when you do New Game Plus runs, so when you fight the Fury, you don't actually get caught on fire. Because my god, that freaking boss battle, man, I swear they like made that boss battle at least like more difficult. I don't know how, but it feels different. I felt like I couldn't headshot him at the very beginning. But here, the best camouflage to use here is actually going to be the, you would think by now would know like what button is it to go to my survival viewer. The best camo to wear is the Splinter, and that will give you a pretty decent camouflage here. And it kind of helps because we're at night right now, so you could probably get away with maybe wearing black camouflage, but there's, I guess this is good. No, there's really no need. Black camouflage, I mean, it's nice, but man, like, I just like to see all the little details on Snake's uniform, like Splinter camo, the Lord's flannel, aka Woodland camo. I just like all the different camos, but black camo is just very plain. It's just literally just a black palette on Snake's uniform. So right here, I'm trying to sneak on this guy because I'm thinking this guy has a reel, but he doesn't have a reel. You can actually get by this part really easily without having to worry about reels. There is one in the torture room, and we thought we weren't going to have one of those in this game.
The armory. Northwest.
I'm trying to think, like, Metal Gear 1 has it, Metal Gear 2 kind of sort of has it, but it's scripted. This game has it, but it's a scene. I don't think Metal Gear Solid 4 has one. Well, technically it does for the player. The very end of the game with that infamous hallway scene. That right there, I hate that freaking hallway scene in Metal Gear Solid 4. I have so many bad and good memories of that hallway because of friends. Metal Gear Solid V, I don't think. I know Peace Walker has it, but it's in a cutscene. And what's very funny is in, I think, the Japanese version of Peace Walker, the torture scene, it's really, I think gets tickled. You know what? Future Field, censor that part out. Snake gets tortured in Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. But he actually gets tickled because I think there's some kind of law in Japan or some Asian country, I think it's Japan, where they can't show like actual torture in the video game, so they actually have Snake like laughing like he's getting tickled or something like that. I'm not sure. Or they make it look like Snake's laughing. So fun fact, look up the Japanese version of the Peace Walker torture scene, and it's not him actually getting electrocuted. It is from a visual standpoint, but he looks like he's being tickled. And I'm thinking, I swear that I saw like there was a well, he's going that night. Well, so I was kind of relieved that actually happened in a way because he didn't like have a real like fall off him and shatter. So as soon as that happened, I was like, okay, well that's nice. But well, we were just looking, I was like, is he for real? I was half tempted to shoot, but I was like, nah, I still don't want to take anybody out. And the next part, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. The next part was such a pain to freaking edit together. I'm kind of glad I did this one post because there was no way I was going to be able to play all that live and just have it like come together like cohesively, because there's a lot of stuff I wanted to show off in the next part. Freeze. I think right here I could have like saw that he had no reel, but I should have maybe like sped this up just a little bit. But we're almost done with this section. Boop. Nope, no. Come on, dude. Give me the goods. Give me the goods, or the jewels go bye-bye. All right, there we go. So that's, there we go. Nothing there, just AK-47 grenades. And the grenades are like the least used item in this game. Like any of the grenades. Even the chaff grenades, which there are chaff grenades in this game. But I'm trying to think, is there any security cameras? I don't think there's any security cameras in this game, honestly. I guess that wasn't a thing in the 60s. Like, maybe very rudimentary, like, security cameras, I would have thought, but, eh. When you have two cursors like that on your aiming, you can't actually... He's like, what's wrong? I got some shooting at me, but, what the hell's that? Okay, what's wrong? And then it just goes down. Okay. You can enter the base right here. But I'm actually going to go to a storage room because I'm thinking there's a weapon or an item over there. If you really wanted to, you could blow up that storage room, but I mean, you're literally in an enemy base. And there is a lot of guards here, so try not to get spotted. Where's the guy at? Yeah, you're seeing things, man. So here, go night-night. That was literally me, like, risking, like, everything here with those shots. Okay, so there's actually the torture room, which is to the right of me right now. But there's a searchlight here, so make sure you run. There's a security guard right there, so you might want to be careful about that, unlike me. Who was that? Oh, you know, it's just Major Raikov, like, running and rolling. Just cartwheeling. You know, I wonder if Raikov is actually an ancestor to Raiden. I mean, they have the same blonde hair, they have the same facial features, but I honestly think that Raikov is Kojima's way of like I'm trying to think. Oh man, like a freaking joke with the players who hated Raiden in Metal Gear Solid 2, which again, I didn't necessarily hate Raiden after I played the game. Initially, I didn't like that switcheroo in Metal Gear Solid 2. Spoiler alert, but I mean, that game's been out for over 20 years by now. But, I want to say 20 years, maybe 25 years? At least 20 years, but I honestly believe Raikov was like a sort of, ha ha ha, you're right. Let's just go ahead and put another character, the character that you hate in this game, and then you are literally going to knock him out or take him out. Because you can absolutely kill Major Raikov, but I normally just make him go night-night, because again, I don't want to actually take anybody out permanently, because that makes a certain boss fight that is coming up. Not this part or next part, but the part after, I believe. And if you stay as a ironically as a scientist, they won't notice you. Shh.
Answer me.
So right here, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get them to give me a code right here.
145.86.
Now, the door he's talking about is actually on the opposite side, I believe. Because I tried to open the door from the back, but it's not actually the code that goes to that door. It's the code that goes to the front. And these are nice little storage rooms that have some supplies, weapons, ammo. I think some of them have medical supplies too. So if you're running low on medical supplies, which in this game, I don't think I as many times as I played Metal Gear Solid 3, I don't ever recall. I don't know why I have Snake running around naked. I don't recall ever running out of medical supplies like bandages, sutures, I think. A suture kit. But yeah, this door, I'm thinking that's the door. And what's so nice about the remake is it saves the frequencies. I think it was supposed to go the other way. Right here, yeah. 145.86. It's not this door, it's the opposite door. So, you could also alternatively let the guards walk around. They'll enter the doors and you can slip in right behind them, which is very nice. But yeah, it's actually the opposite door on the other end. I'm over here like, oh, did I maybe like mess this up? Eva's gonna be trolling. Jesus, Eva, stop freaking trolling me. Right there. like she calls right as I'm about to leave.
If you want to know.
Why don't you try asking somebody? Yeah, like a knife point. Again, I tried it several times. Like, this dude was trolling me. He's like, okay, I'm gonna give this dude one random frequency, and he'll let me live, maybe. And he gave me. In my mind, I'm thinking, this dude just fucking trolled me with a wrong security code. But it's actually in the front right here. So this door right here, use that frequency, and then it'll open. Ooh, door has been unlocked. I felt like I was being severely trolled right there. So that freaking guard went out the back door. So there you get Scorpion, which is nice if you're going for a guns blazing run and you don't give it care. Excellent gun. It's a submachine gun. It's like a, I think Siget, if you call Siget, he compares it to an AK-47 that's short. Don't think it's the same caliber. I think the AK-47s in this game. I think it says in the game they're like chambered in like 7.62, I think. But the Scorpions were chambered in like 32 ACP. I don't know. I don't know all those numbers by memory. I just know just when I saw Scorpion, it said 32 ACP. But anyways, go ahead and drag the body into the bathroom, which is ironic because I think Raikov can actually be in this bathroom. But I want to try to knock Raikov out on the second floor near the locker room, because that's actually where we gotta drag his unconscious ass, whether you kill him or knock him out. Okay, let's go ahead and use the scientist robe. And something I found out after the fact, because I never gave Raikov a chance to do this, but don't do it. Don't do it, Phil. It's not worth it. I think I actually kind of sort of get caught. Actually, I think this is like the third attempt of me trying to do this, because I actually jump cut or cut together when I came into this building, because I tried so hard to get Raikov, but I kept on getting caught. But I decided, you know, let me just take out all the guards. But hopefully he's up here. But interesting thing about Raikov, if you approach Raikov, he'll actually take an interest in Snake. If you're wearing the scientist uniform, I guess he has a thing with headbands, but he'll go up to Snake and literally grab Snake's junk. So it's kind of humorous. And Snake like recoils him back like he got shot by a shotgun. I wish I had saw that before I did this, because normally I see Raikov, I just pop him with a dart and then he's knocked out. So I don't ever give him a chance. But it's pretty humorous. You're not Raikov. Why are you not Raikov? I need you to be Raikov, dude. Just troll that, man. Jesus. But I'm having a hard time finding it. I don't know why. Like, he just, like, disappeared. I mean, maybe he went into the restroom. But same thing with the scientists here. They will notice that you're not one of them the moment they see your face. So always walk away from them. Always, always, always walk away from them. Raikov, where are you at? That's the bandage and medical supplies room. This dude is literally, like, hiding. He's like, hi, Zeke. Hey, Snake. Or he's, like, hiding away from Snake because he's, like, has a man crush on Snake. But he doesn't want to admit it. Dude, like, where the fuck is Raikov? I don't remember it being that long, but, let's see here. Oh yeah, I forgot. And what's interesting is interesting but not interesting is once you use that frequency, it disappears from your menu. So you have to actually have a guard actually give you the key once again, which makes me think if they pre-recorded those voices to have those numbers, that would mean that if it was a random frequency every single time, they have to record those voices every single combination of frequency that they had. I think that's him down there. I honestly don't know where he was. Maybe he was just chilling, having a smoke break outside. He just came in. But Raikov is right down here now. And it's much easier to just let him walk towards you than to try to drag his unconscious ass up here. Because again, if you get caught, you can't do anything except knock out the guards and hide. Dude looked like he was moonwalking there for like a split second. There we go. Knock him out. This freaking face didn't know what to do with the wall. Anyways, drag his unconscious ass up here, and you will be vulnerable. So again, it helps if you take out most of the guards and hide the bodies. There was one guard that I didn't take out, the one that didn't have a cap, but that shouldn't be a problem. I really should have fast forwarded this part. Actually, hold on, future field. We're gonna pause right here for a second. All right, and so there we go. We're right there. I didn't want to torture y'all more than I have to. That section was dragging on way too long. It was like 15 minutes already. So Snake is going to undress Major Raikov, and not all the way though. No, we can't have that. Can't have straight up nudity for him. Metal Gear Solid, freaking Thunderball in the thong. Anyways, and then just to put more freaking salt in the wound, you have a picture of freaking Raiden on a poster in the locker they put him in. Oh man, I love the humor. I love the Hideo Kojima humor there. I guess that, like I said, I think that was like a nod to the fans who absolutely hated Raikov. So you can actually go ahead and put in the officer uniform which you collected from Raikov, and then the mask that somehow, I don't know why they decided to give Snake at the very beginning of this mission. Like, oh yeah, let's just give him this random mask that has blonde hair and looks like Raiden from MGS2.
Okay, your Raikov disguise is complete. Now they won't stop you no matter what.
As Eva says here.
Even if you punch someone in the face?
Right.
Exactly.
Really?
Really?
Why?
It's just the type of person he
Raikov's
is.
just that kind of guy.
Of course, even though Raiden was a
disguised
giant
as Raikov,
punching bag to
you
the
can get
to the
into the
fans,
West Wing
anyways,
where Sokolov
he can
is
get away
being
with
held.
punching all the guards
To
or
get to the
any of the
entrance to
scientists in the
West Wing,
face.
pass west through the main wing of the weapons lab and go
So if
through
you
the
want to just
connecting
skip to the
passageway.
West Wing,
You can
you
get
can go
into the
straight to the
main
West
wing
Wing
of
and
the
progress
weapons lab
plot.
on the southwest
But
side
we're
of the
gonna go
second
and
floor.
do some
Head for the main wing.
shenanigans with Raikov's uniform. So go ahead and let's test this theory.
Keep up the fine work, sir.
Salute, sir. And just like Eva says, you could punch him, salute him afterwards, and then nothing will happen.
Keep up the fine work, sir.
One thing I like, I wish they had put in Metal Gear Solid, is that I wish they had actually implemented that combo system that was in Metal Gear Solid V, where if you had Venom Snake like punch a lot, he actually did like a freaking like 5-hit combo or something like that. It's been a long time since I played Metal Gear Solid V, but I'm just fast forwarding here to open up all the lockers because there's a uniform that you can get in here, but I'm thinking about the uniform in after we come back here, because spoiler alert, we have to come back here to finish the job. Something unexpected happens, but there's an engineer uniform in one of these lockers. I think it's the locker that Raikov's in, that we have to come back to. But there is going back to the game, there is a very difficult, very difficult secret rule we're about to get here. And when I say, I don't know why I was walking right into the wall right there. There's a Shagahawk. We gotta blow that thing up. But this hall right here, you have to neutralize the right guard, I believe, to get the left guard to attack. But if you approach them with Raikov's uniform, you'll advance the plot, and we don't want that. We want to get 2 secret rails that are going to be in this part. One of them is on that guard on the left. As you see on his chest, he has that giant circle medallion thing. That is actually the rail, but he has his buddy right next to him, so it makes it a bit tricky. So what I do here is actually put the spider camo in, but this will chew up your freaking stamina really quick. So try to increase your index as high as you can, but luckily 80% is good enough. They can't even see me even though I'm like on the freaking ground. So what you need to do here is knock up the guard on the right. He'll turn around, and this is very tricky. Crawl towards him, and then wait for his back to actually be towards you, which is, again, this is very tricky. He'll be surprised, point the gun at him as soon as you're right behind him,
Freeze.
and then you'll be able to hold him up. That took a lot of attempts, believe it or not. That took a lot of attempts to get. So let's go ahead and eat some food. Could you imagine like holding this dude up and the snake just passes out from like lack of stamina?
Delicious.
But yeah, I'm at full stamina. Pay attention, and that bar is just melting. It literally is made in the USA. Woohoo! Anyways, go ahead and hold him up again for some more food, which is a ration. And you can actually go back in Raikov's uniform, but you need them both to be awake for them to open the door for you. So doing that isn't going to do any good, but I actually have to go somewhere else to get another secret reel. So we're going to be coming back here. I don't know why I have Splinter uniform on. He was going to go for his knife there for a second.
Speak. Sokolov. There's a woman here.
What woman? Who? Tell me.
Let me go.
Okay. I'm going to knock you out. And you can totally ride on yourself by pulling the alarm, which is very fun.
Don't shoot.
Okay, there we go. Oh, we shot. Could totally sound the alarm. I'm not going to do that, though. Okay, let's go ahead and go out of here. And we're going to jump cut. And we're going to be wearing Raikov's uniform, I believe. And we're going to go to the torture room really quick. And we're going to go get that second secret reel. So, actually, Future Phil, let's go ahead and fast forward through this really quick, okay? Alright, so we're going to fast forward through this with a slightly slower fast forward, 4x instead of 8x. I want to do 8x, but it literally looks like Snake had like a shit ton of cocaine and is just speeding through the freaking game. But anyways, this is one of the things I just like about Raikov. You just punch people with impunity. So now we're in the torture room. And this room right here must be Johnny's room because he probably feels lonely and he has to have that poster there. The restroom, he's not there. I'm looking for the security guards. Now, right here is the kinky room. We'll be in there in a little bit, believe it or not. And here, I'm trying to knock this guard out. That way he doesn't see what I'm going to try to knock out the guard on the inside. What I should have done, I should have stayed right out of the way because he's going to keep on saluting me until I get the hell out of the way. And this sequence, I think, took like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So you're seeing a slightly sped up version of this because it takes a while. He's like, what is that noise? And there, it's Raikov right there. It's funny because when he opens the door, I think the body just slides right out of the way. Now that I'm seeing it again. So he's going to open the door. It's going to push him out of the way. It's like, man, that door was really heavy. Huh, okay. I guess it was just my imagination, even though I clearly saw Major Raide punching the shit out of my coworker, or my squad mate. So, this is the guard that actually has it. He has the real, basashi. I guess that's a Japanese word for a certain thing. Maybe it means, horse, I guess, because the picture, the icon for the real is the boss's horse. So, hold him up. And then he'll be like, please don't. And, you just gotta hold him up. You'll get the secret reel, and it's Basashi. So, knock him out. And then we can continue on. And I'll fast forward all the way to where we have to go. So, grab your goodies here. Shoot the frog, as the frog is located here. And then we will hurry up and get our happy ass over to plot. So, those are the 2 secret reels we can get right now, so go ahead and go back in your Major Raikov uniform, and we are going to go all the way back, all the way back to that hallway, which the guards should already be awake. If they're not, just meander a little bit as Raikov punching guards, and eventually they'll wake up from their nap. Or you can kick them too, that's another thing you do. You kick them, and then they will wake up. Fun fact, the posters of those girls that you see scattered all throughout the base in the game, they actually, I think, Konami actually got them to come back and redo modern day posters, and I think there's an option to change it back. I think it's legacy mode, and you can change it back so you see the posters in their original form. But just fun fact. All right, so now we're getting the plot. So the rest of this part is just gonna be plot, and it's gonna be 15 freaking minutes. So Snake's gonna detach his face. That looks a whole lot better in this version than it did the original version.
Here it is.
What was that noise? Who's Sokolov talking to? So instead of it being an optical disc, it's a microfilm.
Philosopher's legacy?
I don't know anything about that.
And believe it or not, I don't know if Sokolov.
Are you trying to kill me?
I'm trying to think. Sokolov doesn't. Sokolov might tell a little bit about the Philosopher Legacy, but Volgin's the one that spills all the beans on Legacy. But What the hell is Tatiana doing?
Don't. Oh.
Just teasing the fuck out of the dude with lipstick. He's like, oh man, this is the last sight I'm going to have before the end of this game. I wonder who the blonde-headed spy could be. Maybe we'll find out in the next part. Snake's like, sneaky, sneaky. Dude, your shoulder is totally peeking out there. This scene coming up, when you get, I think it's like half the secret reels, you get an extra reel that's using the graphics of Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Who's there?
That one, I think it's called Groznyj Rising.
From the CIA.
100. It's so funny. Give it a watch.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to rescue you. Don't you
I told
remember?
Before, didn't I? I'm going to get you out of here.
This is very
Just like your
what's the word I want to say? It's hard to I'm posting parts of Metal Gear Solid 1 right now on YouTube, but on my YouTube and Rumble. But watching this Snake and that Snake talk, and then listen to David Hayter voice Naked Snake and Solid Snake, it's very interesting. You can. A lot of people say David Hayter put his best efforts in the original Metal Gear Solid, and that might be true because that was his. I want to say that was one of his first video games, if not his first video game to voice act. But man, I love the way he voices Naked Snake in this game and in Peace Walker.
We couldn't figure out how to solve.
So we can't launch giant ass ICBM, so we're just gonna go ahead and literally chunk and yeet a freaking smaller missile.
Would not hear of it. They demanded a weapon that could launch.
I wonder if Hideo Kojima actually
into the American homeland.
looked at declassified information from the Russians or the Americans, and
But there's no way to load an ICBM.
and what's one way we can actually figure out a way to shoot a nuke all the way from the Soviet Union to anywhere in the heartland of the United States?
Accelerating it.
And I imagine this is like, oh yeah, we're just gonna yeet a freaking rocket and then have the rocket launch mid yeet and towards the target. At least that's what it seems like they're talking about.
Major Gagarin into space. Using this booster.
And that cannot be very I don't know. I don't see how putting drills underneath the Shagohod makes it very stable. Like that when he's going like they said 300 miles an hour. So just yeet.
So the Shagohod acts like the first stage of a rocket.
Which is very interesting. I wonder if that's actually doable, or it's a very plausible way of yeeting a rocket.
6,000 miles.
6,000 miles. That's enough to strike anywhere in the
I think he says all you need is 3 miles of track, or something like that, 50 miles of track, or something like that. They must have gotten that runway from the Fast and Furious, which one, 5, I think, where they're on that plane that never takes off. I wonder if they got that freaking runway from the Shagohod.
It cannot be detected by spy planes or satellites.
So it's a stealth rocket.
Fortress capable of deploying in secret and launching its payload at any time.
A weapon from hell.
I like the fact that it has that one sensor on one side. It makes it look like it has one eye, which is a interesting contrast to what happens to Snake in the next part.
But Volgin is planning to mass produce them based on that prototype.
I don't know. I maybe it might have been better to have 2 sensors on the front, but I like that. I like that little detail. I didn't notice it until right now. One sensor, and it's going to be chasing Snake later down the road. Spoiler alert. And Snake is also going to have something similar coming to him later. It's a nice contrast to the connection between Shagohod and Metal Gear to Snake, the name Snake, if not this Snake at the very least.
The reason that tensions between East and West have settled into a Cold War is because each side fears the other's power. Deterrence.
Oh, okay, he said.
The idea of using
and that idea of deterrence plays a huge part in Peace Walker. Peace Walker was a PSP game. I don't think it was a Vita game. I think it was just a PSP game. But that game had such good ideas for the time, as far as the story. And then the gameplay wasn't half bad. I enjoyed it, but the harder modes, I think you had, I don't remember exactly, but like the harder modes, like to get materials from the 3 Metal Gears, it got to a point where I think you had to get help from other players. I think you could do something like that, but I'm not sure. I didn't have nobody that had PSPs around because everyone was with Nintendo 3DSs, which I don't blame them. Fantastic console. But man, I would like to have some help on the PSP side of taking on those bosses. I think that's how you beat the harder modes. If I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure someone can comment and correct me. But here we're going to find out how to destroy the Shagohod. We need to blow it up with C4, maybe? Say what? C3? I wonder if C3 is actually a real thing, or C3 was actually like something that Hideo Kojima had to like invent quotations so that he couldn't say C4. I don't know if C4 is copyrighted or whatever, but we're gonna use C3 to blow up the hangar and the Shagohod.
Eva? No, that's not her name. Her name.
Oh, that's definitely not Eva. Does not look anything like her. She dresses like a soldier, not like a biker. She has glasses. They might have blonde hair and the same eyes, but I'm sure that's not Eva at all.
Oh, no, she is Volgin.
Snake's like, say what?
This is my lover.
It'd be fucking funny if it was like freaking Zero or like some other random person, but it's actually his wife and daughter.
They're in America.
I would have liked a storyline with
now I remember.
with
in the custody of the CIA.
with his wife and daughter, like somehow like a story arc, like maybe in Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker or V. But yeah, I've always I always thought when you showed that picture of Snake's like, this is my lover, and it's like Major Zero because he tried to save him and his family.
What did you just give
Dude,
her?
why is it so dark in that
The
shot?
experimental data for the Shagohod. Please, it is essential that you destroy the Shagohod.
I will, but first I've got to get you to safety.
Yeah, we gotta get you out.
No.
What? Dude, I literally
I'm not
suffered
going.
in the first part of the game to get your ass out of here,
mission
and
is
then
to
you're
rescue
just gonna like say, nah, I'm good. I won't leave here in the Soviet Union.
Sokolov.
Khrushchev has abandoned
So why the
me.
fuck do you want to stay here if Khrushchev abandoned you?
I cannot return to my
You're
country.
still in your fucking country.
I would most certainly be sent to the Gulags.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get sent there either.
What about the U.S.?
Yes, I once thought of that.
So,
My family's waiting for
I
me.
mean, maybe he kind of makes sense, but like, why the fuck do you not want to be reunited with your family, dude? I mean, he does have a point that if he goes to the U.S., he'll probably be coaxed into making weapons of mass destruction. But here in the USSR, you're gonna make weapons of mass destruction. Your government already hates you. They think you're a traitor, and your family's not here. So it makes no sense.
To be honest with you, I'm tired.
But I guess his point. He's tired. He's not thinking straight. But soon enough, he won't be worried about those
Every
problems.
day I help create things that should never be used. Things that should never have existed.
He
in
has the
first place.
autocon
Without
syndrome,
sleep.
as I say. He's gonna regret everything he's done. He's gonna monologue about himself for like a minute or two.
And my creations do not even benefit mankind.
I wonder what Snake's thinking right there. I wonder if he's
The tools
like
of politicians.
that line right there. They're merely tools of the
All I wanted
politicians.
to do
I wonder
was
if
build
like what
space
Sokolov is saying
rockets.
right now is like resonating with Snake
But it
right
was
now
not to
about
be.
everything that's fucking happened in this
The
mission.
space race
Some of the stuff is
between
making him
America and
doubt
Russia became the
himself,
prey of politicians.
especially the boss, of course.
The space race and the arms race are one and the same. Missiles, rockets, what's the difference?
Missiles
Scientists
go
are
boom,
always
rockets go
being
into space.
used.
But yeah, this really echoes what Otacon says about
Please,
about
watch
scientists.
over my family.
And in my mind, I always thought that his daughter was like Sniper Wolf as well. In my head canon, maybe because Sniper Wolf doesn't exactly have the same hair as Sokolov, but we don't actually see his wife either. But here we find out Volgin knows exactly how Major Raikov is every inch of his body. You'll see what I mean.
I've been waiting for you in my room.
Can't speak because you can't mimic his voice. Whoa, Jesus. Dude, why you grab my junk? Bro knows Raikov from the shape of his hand from cupping him. What the fuck, man?
Who are you?
Definitely not
Play
Raikov.
dumb with me. If you think you can fool me, you're sorely mistaken.
What's interesting here is this is like the one instance where Volgin uses a gun instead of like his electricity powers.
I come here looking for Tatiana, and what should I find? But a greasy freebooter.
Dude, that gun is so tiny compared to the rest of his hand. Ow. Bro, you should have just taken out Volgin right there. Mom? Oh shit! And he looks like he gets a little bit better at doing CQC. He holds himself just a tiny bit more. Oh, jeez. Ow.
What is this fairy disguise? It's gonna rub off on you. And then you'll lose sight of who you really are.
In a way, I feel like she's talking to herself right there. Like she wants to
Stay out.
Ooh, Jesus. Beat the fuck out of her boss. You stay the fuck out of here. I'm disciplining my child. I feel like that line she's talking to herself because she wants to. Well, there's a reason why, but you'll find out at the end. But I also feel like that line is directed towards herself as well. I can't really talk about why I feel that line is directed towards her without
it's called
spoiling the rest of the
CQC,
game.
A basic form of close quarters combat. He and I developed it together.
Splendid. I'll take it from here.
Here we go.
Are you going to kill him?
Of course. But first,
That sounded like a very concerned,
I'll make him
will you
pay
kill him?
for hurting
Oh jeez, that might be worse than actually dying. That was interesting. I hope that on my side the screen just went black, but I just realized I'm recording audio right now, so it really doesn't matter. Jesus, man. This is how we do this in Russia, comrade. And also, is literally just freaking waving his gun around, enjoying the freaking carnage in there. But interesting that the boss is just disgusted by it. The mask is slipping, as she said. Or maybe she just can't stand seeing her pupil get beaten. Ow, ow. And the fact like he's not actually like electrocuting him, he's just like, I mean, he could be electrocuting him, but I guess he's like using his electricity like to like power his blows more than actually electrocuting Snake. But man, like they literally, I think that it was like maybe like 2 minutes of him just beating the shit out of him, maybe like a minute and a half. And you like get the brutal strength of Volgin, man. We gotta fight this dude later. And ironically enough, the best way to take him out is not with weapons, it's actually with CQC. Snake's like, I ain't heard no bell yet. Oh, well, you're about to hear a bell. Snake, you're about to hear some bells. But on that note, folks, if you like this part, like and subscribe and comment in the video and ding that notification bell for notifications. And just like Snake, I'm going to be taking a nap, and I'll catch you wonderful people on the next exciting part of Metal Gear Solid Delta. Later, and bye, folks.